let me just assure you of one thing. What you are about to witness is a concoction of my imagination. Now, my imagination can be a revolutionarily beautiful thing where I can create a world of pure fiction based on some tenets of a scientific principle, but sometimes it can be revoltingly horrifying. Body parts sewn together and electrified back into life. Now, what I want to assure you is that you are safe here. No harm will befall you by my hands. Now, what I want you to recognize is that the act that we are about to perform, this therapeutic act of figuring out what is going on with your mind and trying to soothe you to make sure that you feel better and can cognitively process what exactly it is that is troubling you, will require a little effort on your part. Just a slight little effort, nothing too substantial. I have conducted this experiment on many people before, and it has worked brilliantly on all of those people. I did not conduct this experiment on Percy or on George, but I should have. Perhaps then they might have lived longer, considering how I am quite advanced in age compared to them and at the point at which they died. So perhaps if I did conduct this experiment, they would have survived, but then whose calcified heart would I carry around in my purse for the rest of my life? No one's. And you could say, well, I still hold the heart of a living, breathing man in my heart in my hand that I completely love, but it's not as alarming or as interesting as carrying around the heart of your beloved's calcified heart. And frankly, even if he didn't drown, he probably would have passed away from the calcification. Nonetheless, I go down a tangent. I just need you to breathe for me. Breathe in for 6 counts. Rather, my apologies. Breathe in for 5 counts. Breathe out hold for 4, and then breathe out for 7. I'll guide you. Don't worry. I'll be doing this with you too. So, once again, we're going to breathe in for 5, hold for 4, breathe out for 7. Let us begin. Hold. Again. In. Hold. Perfect. Once more. Breathe in. I want you to focus on certain parts of your head. You have complained of having sort of aches in your head, certain parts that are giving you tension. Do you perhaps find them located right here, at your temples, perhaps at the sides of your head, perhaps at the back part of your head? Which parts of your skull do you feel these pains emanating from? They predominantly stay here, at your forehead. Do they carry down to your eyes? Do your eyes feel like they are aching beneath them? So your eyes also feel a bit tense along with your forehead. Do the sides of your head by chance also hurt? So the sides of your head also hurt. Does the pain by chance linger here towards the very bottom of your head where it connects with your neck? And by chance, do all of these parts connect, sort of giving you sharp pains here and here on the backs of your shoulders? So it connects here and here. It shoots up, would you say, from the shoulders up to your head. Fascinating. And when it reaches your head, it zaps your skull, and it hurts the sides of your head, along with your forehead, your eyes? Does it feel like there's an insurmountable amount of weight dropping upon your head? Okay, focus on these parts. I just need you to focus on these parts. Now, would you say that it is a physical toll, perhaps, the damage that you've received? Perhaps you hit your neck or your head, or you've had pains in your shoulder, perhaps there's a misalignment there. Where do you think these pains emanate from? Fascinating. So the pains shoot from your shoulders upwards, so it most likely is a shoulder and neck pain that is shooting up to your head. Very fascinating. Are there any other parts of you that hurt? Your knees, for example, your chest, along the ribs? Do you often get cramps anywhere? Okay, fascinating, very fascinating. And are there any other parts of yourself that you feel a little more aching from? Your elbows, for example. Fascinating. Well, in that case, this is going to be an excellent examination then. I have an assistant that is waiting in the wings. He will be approaching us soon enough, and he will be aiding you in relieving this pain that you are feeling right now. However, before he approaches, I would like to further acquaint myself with these pains. I'd like to further collect details for this person to come in to help you in healing this pain of yours. So, before we continue on, how long would you say these pains have been lingering for? Fascinating. A long time. Very well. Well, to give you a brief disclaimer as to what is about to happen, even though I have no reason to give you a disclaimer considering how this is a period in time which doesn't really care for patients, but rather the experimentation process. But to give you a bit of a disclaimer, I myself have underwent this surgery that this assistant of mine is very, he has an expertise in this experiment, as we will say, and I underwent this experiment, and he thoroughly did an amazing job. He frankly just went in, removed the pain, sewed me back up, and made me anew. What exactly is the process? Well, my assistant, who will be coming up very shortly, is going to remove this pain from you. What I had done to my person is that after Percy passed away, I felt an insurmountable amount of weight in my chest from the heartbreak that I felt at losing someone so dear to me, someone who I loved so tremendously, someone who I escaped the world with, and who I traveled throughout this burdensome and fascinating globe with. And after I lost him, I decided, listen, this pain is too insurmountable to even write with. Granted, there is some pain that can facilitate the ease of writing and grant one inspiration, but the inspiration I received could not be written down, considering the weight I felt lingering over my entire person. And the pain originated from my heart, and my heart was frankly holding me back in my pursuit, and I did not know how long this pain would last. I frankly expected this pain to haunt me for the rest of my days, but upon imagining this figure, I realized that my assistant, this image of my imagination, could in fact be rid of my pain. So my assistant, Dr. Frankenstein, plunged his hands into my chest, cutting me open beforehand, of course, and ripped out my beating heart so I wouldn't have to feel any more pain over Percy. Likewise, Dr. Frankenstein will come in and he will remove the pain from your person as well. So now that we have gone over where the pain is, how long the pain has persisted, and given my disclaimer, I will be calling in Dr. Frankenstein, so give me one moment. You rest there, you don't move, you make yourself completely at ease here. And as I go fetch the doctor, please keep in mind these pains that you've been having in your head, and the doctor will in fact be able to detect where these pains are located for him to come and correct them. So give me one moment. Why, hello there. My name is Dr. Frankenstein. As Mary Shelley has already told you, I am someone who is very, how do you say, I have a lot of experience in the medical field. In the medical field, I have been able to resurrect a corpse from the dead, and as a way of resurrecting the corpse from the dead, I frankly can just bring any matter of life back to life and correct any ailments that this life brings to people unethically, unjustly, and make sure that it does not happen again. So I am going to be highlighting the parts that need correcting. Now give me one moment to find just any little marker that I can find to just dot away these little points that I will be correcting. I tend not to say slicing out because that tends to put people at a defense that I don't appreciate, and I don't think that it helps to put the person on a relaxed sort of mood that I need them to be. So let's just examine the face for right now. I sense a lot of stress right here, so I'm going to be just highlighting this part right here on your forehead, just creating a little outline as to where I'm going to be correcting the pains that you are feeling. I also detect that the pathways coming up towards your head are coming from your neck. So let me just find these pathways, highlight down your neck, highlight down your neck. There we go. The sides of your head, I sense a little bit of a pain just located right here. It's going to be difficult to highlight these points with your hair being in the way. I hope to go through your temples to try and scoop these parts from your head. So let me just highlight your temples, and I will be correcting these points as well. So I will be correcting the pain you are feeling in your temples, and also going through your temples to reach the sides of your head. That way we don't have to shave your head, and I think that you might appreciate that. Now I am going to be, I sense some shoulder pain in you, so I will be, would you mind turning around please? Thank you. I'm going to be highlighting down your neck, finishing up the work that I did not finish because I did not have a good enough shot to that, and I will be highlighting this part too. You may turn around now. Good, good. Oh, your eyes. I can also sense a little bit of pain emanating from your eyes. Let me just highlight this as well and highlight this as well. Wunderbar. Well, let's just start crafting it out. I have my little sharp little utensil here that I will be using to slice and dice. There is no need for anesthetic. I have such a skill when it comes to well, surgery, for lack of a better word, that I know exactly where to cut. That does not require anesthetic. I know exactly where to go. That does not hurt the patient whatsoever. So let me just begin slicing here. I'm just going to be making some quick slices. So quick your nerves will not recognize what is going on. Please do not imagine the pain, or actually please do imagine the pain. The pain helps me figure out or find out where exactly the pain is located within your head. So I'm going to be just slicing this part out. Let me just remove this bit of fat from your head, put it right onto the desk, and I can see that your forehead is sort of pulsing. I will be sort of just slicing this out of your head just to make sure that this does not happen again. Ah, wunderbar. Let me just cross hatch this. These pieces will be falling out. If you notice a piece that hits your face on the fall, please do not worry yourself. It is completely normal. So I will be cutting out, cross-hatching once again, but vertically this time. Vertically. Now I will be going through your temples to just crossing out your temples. There we go. Cross your temples. There we go. Just finish up the slices on top. Just boop. There we go. Boop. There we go. Just slicing off those pieces of meat. I will be stitching this back on to where it used to be. I just need to put them here for the time being, just because it goes faster this way. So I'm going to be cross-hatching vertically, cross-hatching vertically, going through your temples. Just give me one moment. It might give you a little discomfort, but focus on silence yourself. You do not make me happy. Now I'm going to be just cross-hatching through this, cross-hatching through this, cross-hatching through this, and then I will be cross-hatching through this, cross-hatching through this, cross-hatching through this. Did you focus on the pain as I was cutting through? Perfect. You see, the reason I want you to focus on the pain is because when you focus on the pain, I am better able to see where exactly the pain is dropping through and able to cut out the pain. So I'm going to ask you to just turn around now. Let's just turn around. I will be working on your eyes for last. I'm going to be slicing through your neck right now. Just slicing through your neck right now. Just remove all of these little threads of skin. Just there we go. Place them gently onto the table. And now we shall be removing these throbbing pains that you are feeling here. Cross-hatch here, cross-hatch here, cross-hatch to the right, cross-hatch to the right, vertically. There we go. And now I will be cross-hatching through your shoulders. So permit me one moment to just cross-hatch, circle this around, remove the circle, cross-hatch, vertical, cross-hatch, vertical. Now please, my darling, just turn around again. Perfect. Now I'm going to be working around your eyes. I will be removing these parts here and these part beneath and this part on top and this part underneath and cross-hatching through that meat to avoid the eyeball but to remove the pains that you are feeling in your eyes. Now, I'm just going to be making very small incisions to the top of your eyes. There we go. To the bottom of your eyes. Perfect. Wunderbar. There we go. And now I'm going to be cross-hatching and vertically slicing through these parts of your eyes. So just cross-hatch, 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 vertical, 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 vertical. Perfect. Now, I have now sliced away all of these pieces that are giving you pain. Let me just magically just put these pieces of meat right back on. No, I do not need sewing materials I am a perfect surgeon. From the imagination of Mary Shelley, I am able to perfectly work through the body and make anything that I want to happen via my own prowess, or power. Now, let me just pop this right back into your eyes. Pop. Turn around. Perfect, thank you. And now I'm going to be putting each slice of neck right back on. Perfect. Now I'm just going to be putting on these slabs of your shoulder pads. Boom the back, boom the back. Turn around. Perfect. Now, if you notice that the pain has gone long away, and you will be 100% perfect and back to normal. Now, I hope you love the new feelings that you are having, and I hope I never have to see you again. Goodbye.